I am so excited. I am so excited to be playing this game. As weird as it sounds. Welcome back, by the way. I am so excited to play this game. Once upon a time, like 7 years ago, don't quote me on that, but I watched like some of my most beloved YouTubers when I was growing up play this game, and I don't remember a lot of what happened during that time or during the gameplay, but all I remember is just how insanely fucked up this game is and how much I wanted to play it. But now, obviously, over time, I kind of forgot about it. But I was going through the Play Store the other day, and I saw it. And while we've been playing the game Don't Starve, I figure having a story game that we kind of play alongside and might as well, right? Supposedly, just to give you more context, this game isn't it felt a little satirical when I watched it for the first time, but I guess we'll see how that holds up. But it's supposed to be pretty disturbed. See, as it literally says, the game is not suitable for children and that those are easily disturbed. So if there are any children watching, which we all are at heart, please, viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, I could barely hear. This beanie is not doing great things for the headset. It looks pretty cool, though. All right. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to the exposure of highly disturbing content. Yes. Yes, we do. Man, it's been a minute. Okay, new game. Alright. I'm not very good at voice acting, but we'll see if we can give this a go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, a good friend since we've been children. Or since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Yeah, I overslept again, but I caught you this time. I don't know if I can do the voices. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like we were thinking about ignoring me. Oh. That's mean, nudes. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want wait, hold on, sorry, my voice. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Okay. I'm a boy. Okay, I'm a boy in this game. Yeah, I can be a guy. Okay. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I'm doing a girl voice as a girl. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, sorry. Wait, okay. Maybe I could do a guy voice as I am the guy, okay. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Newts, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Is that too much? I'll do my normal voice. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. Oh, I actually just realized that my camera is actually... Hold on. Is that better? Sorry. I didn't even realize I was covering up all of the dialogue. Should I start this over? We're not that far in. Okay. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried about what? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That sentence was really hard to read. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I can hear her voices in my head, but I can't say it very well. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I am surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Well, she cares. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Why is that my life right now? Clubs. Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! Oh wait, that was wrong. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after all, the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature club is guaranteed to be even less. He's being so mean to her. It's because she's probably got short hair, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh, that's kind of nice of her. Don't make any promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh my gosh, okay. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori is full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Oh. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Oh god. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, nudes! What a surprise! Nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Yeah, because look at them all. Wait. In this day and age, are they all over 18? I gotta look this up. Okay. Okay, they're in their final year. Sorry, they're in their final year of high school. So 17 to 18 years old would usually be in their final year. In Japan, 17 to 18 years old students would usually be in their third or final year at high school. Since all official Doki Doki Literature Club members were stated to be 18 years old outside the game, and since the main character implies that he is not a first year or third year student, and that he may have been mistaken Natsuki for a first year student, this can indicate that all or most of the official Doki Doki Literature Club characters are in their second year at high school. Okay, so are they? Okay, for the sake of this, I'm going to say that they're all of age. Just to... Wait, all words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What did we say her voice was again? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it is nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Newts. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we are in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, dudes. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. Oh, wait, what was her voice again? Hey, yeah, that was good. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then, how about we make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Hooah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs the first one, then Monica, and I follow. It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full. Oh, I should have said that. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get the icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers and look at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Wait, haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, so you already said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us, each of us, before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Sorry, I can't read. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be my pastime, or be the pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Is her voice too obnoxious? In my mind. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the other major clubs. Weren't you a leader in the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and It feels like nothing but arguing but the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting a lot of effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they are all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Nuts, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read for the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Side note, I do read. So, I am not your typical average boy. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Akatar, just saying. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way that her eyes light up that she finds comfort in a world of books, not people. She's my kind of girl. I like that. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh god. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at that minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Oh, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give it back! Fine. Your cupcakes are poems. Oh, wait. Sorry. Your cupcakes are poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's pretty impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. I'm not gonna bite, Jesus. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest forms of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and even showing the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example that'll help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now we have a new member, and I think it'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, nudes? Monika smiles warmly at me once. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Nudes. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I will be joining the literature club. There's a lot more talking than I expected. I keep having to clear my throat. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. Every time I read her voice, I have to move my shoulders back and forth. Because she just kind of... She gives me that vibe, like the... What is it? If it really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Oh. Little does she know. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember your assignments tonight. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Newt, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Newt, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. So Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, I might as well. Yes! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. And of course, Monica. Will I really be spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take a second to explain. I think Yuri is the person that relates to us the best. She's kind of the gothic hottie, so that's kind of how I'm feeling. So she would like darker work, I think. So her horror aspect. And she reads. I read, she reads. It's a match made in heaven. So I should say we are secretive. We are thinking desire. Secret desire there. Existence. That's really what stands out to me. Melancholy, Valentine agonizing, bunny, landscape, tears, agonizing. All right, boop. I just had to pick that one. All right. Extraordinary, shame, ocean, kawaii, smile, broken, hopeless, summer, fickle, and pink. I think shame. Oh god. I'm picking the wrong ones. Proof, poof, lollipop, marshmallow, vanilla, chocolate, horror, journey, party, questioning, frightening, horror. Contamination, pain, puppy, rose, fester. These are getting darker. Happiness, romance, memories, headphones, and prayer. Contamination? Pain? Why did she jump up when I selected pain? Loud, friends, laugh, mouse, hop, destiny, extreme, covet. I like covet. Universe, bouncy, misery, blanket, explode, graveyard. Kiss. Definitely kiss. Cheeks, cage, electricity, clouds, socks, jump, whisper. Whisper. Oh god. Guys, I don't know how I feel about Natsuki, if I'm being honest. Natsuki just looks a little too young for me. She's not supposed to be young, but she just looks like it. Massacre. Oh god, suicide? Awesome, suicide, alone, swimsuit, melody, dream, special, hair, disaster, unstable. I don't have a feeling that suicide is Yuri's thing, so I'm gonna go with yes. I'm starting to think that it's Sayori that is harm forward. It's kind of creepy. Starscape, amazing, determination, daydream, passion, waterfall, after image, uncontrollable, warm. Uncontrollable. Entropy, strawberry, peaceful, shopping, portrait, fun, vertigo. Anxiety, I think, is Sayori. Breathe, aura, time, ribbon, misfortune. Skirt is probably Natsuki. Clumsy, misfortune. Oh god, that's that's not what I wanted. Alright. Dark. Climax? Is that what I think it means? In this context that I'm thinking? That's the right answer. Okay, whistle, vibrant, raindrops. Oh my god, this is the longest poem ever. Vivacious. Lust. 100%. Sorry, I didn't really read those last couple. Hi again, Newts. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Nudes. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room. Monica! That was a bitch move! Hee! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Newt always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking me sometimes. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's, You two really are good friends, aren't you? Oh, sorry. You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Newt can become good friends too. Sayori? Oh wait, sorry. I keep getting confused. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori? Oh. Sayori made it seem like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want to make you feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I should keep your attention. Okay. Even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it after, if you want. This is... How is this girl actually being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. You haven't even seen what it is. Could be something horrible. Ew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheerful conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It seems like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. I wish I had a book nearby, actually, so I could, like, reenact it. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave to me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore the other day, it's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. That sounds really boring, actually. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give you anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets a little strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn kind of came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Nitz? No, it's not that. I mean, you definitely enjoyed these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri was into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants it to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made you out to be the naive one for letting the one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, whoa, don't apologize. I haven't lost any interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this little problem. When I let things... God, my nose is like itchy. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Well, that's the least I can do is to listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Just let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I'm not very used to, that is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri in the corner of my eye, I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I really didn't mean to. Sorry. Okay, sorry. It's okay, I laughed anyways. Here, this should work, right? I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and then I hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh? Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right hand and the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Me too. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm ready for something else. I think I got a bit distracted there for a second. I glance at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? What is she trying to say? I'm a brute? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Oh god, it's kind of freaky. Since you're so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? I haven't been watching, but her face is like changing. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses a lot of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid that she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of a reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Newts, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Whoa, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more, it's kind of cute. Oh my god, my nose is like on fire. It's like, I get like phantom itches. And all it does is it just itches at right at the tip, just the tip. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from her finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I think of Monika's like, she knows what's going on with everyone. And I think of her as a little manipulative. So that's how I'm like kind of viewing her a little bit. Like a mom that knows everything. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left the book off, and where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something like this. So embarrassing. Oh, sorry, I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Yuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. So Yuri is on a wrinkled sheet of a loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? We got a lot of FaceTime with Yuri. I think what we should do... Monica. Monica seems a little weird to me. Hi, Nudes. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any assignments, suggestions for the clubs, like new activities and things we could do better, I'm always listening. Always listening? It's a little weird way to say that. Wouldn't you say I'm all ears, or I'm always happy to listen, not I'm always listening? Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I get more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? And but it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Nudes. I was going to say "oh" in my head while reading it. It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it counts when I put in some effort. It's only so fair. Sorry. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes the simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left a little to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by the feel, or letting them deeply analyze by all their nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying some different things a lot. It could take a while for me to feel comfortable doing this. That's alright. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have anything to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways. Anyway.